Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I've posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Recently, a viewer wrote to me and he said, you cook some really strange dishes because the dishes you cook, I never find any recipe like that. But he said, I really love it because I like how to cook based on my creativity. And I think your fast cooking system provides these possibilities. And actually, this is the intention that I developed the fast cooking system. And of course, the fast cooking system has 4 components, which is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Now, when you combine all these 4 components, you can create almost infinite variations of the dishes that you like and enjoy. But the most importantly is that you can tailor the dish exactly to how you like it. For example, if you have a food allergy, you can change the ingredients so that it will not affect you. If you like something that is spicy, you can change the flavoring strategy and to create that preference. Now, I cook salmon a lot, and a lot of people ask me, why do you cook salmon all the time? Well, the answer is very simple, because my wife loves salmon. And for me, cook something that she loves and enjoy is probably the most important reason that I cook. Because through this, I'm able to, first and foremost, is to keep her happy so she won't complain about my mess in the basement. But more importantly is that to show her how much I value her, that I will do everything I can, at least to make her meal taste great. And of course, that spread to other things as well. Now, when I cook salmon, I have actually worked on this approach, which I call it a template because it's really not a recipe. And the approach is that to fry the skin of the salmon. And when you fry the skin of the salmon, it drives the oil out from the skin and it causes the salmon skin to crisp up. And that gives it a great flavor. Now, the nice thing about this is that my wife loves bacon. So quite often when I fry salmon, like in this particular instance, I would add a few pieces of bacon. Here is probably about, I would say maybe a little bit less than a slice of bacon. It's just enough. And the key in my mind that make your home cooking fun and creative is to use different type of ingredients that might not be frequently associated how people use it. You probably have never seen anybody cook salmon with bacon, but why not? While I'm frying the salmon, why not use that a little bit extra time to fry the bacon? Okay, now the salmon, as you can see, I flip it over. The back side of the salmon has char. Now don't let this appearance disturb you, or don't let it make you think you're not going to taste good. In fact, this blackened color of the skin really make the salmon taste great. And this actually not only make the salmon less fishy because it drives out the omega-3 fatty acid, which I will tell you that we're going to harvest them, but it also give that crispy texture. And this texture make the salmon taste much better. Now, you can use almost any vegetables. The only criteria is that use vegetables that can cook about the same amount of time to finish cooking rest of the food ingredients, which is the salmon and the bacon. So I add some green beans as well as some Brussels sprout. Now, green bean has undergone quite a bit change in the last several years. This type of green bean used to refer to as string beans. And most of you probably remember that a lot of time beans come with this string and you have to pull off the string before you can cook them. But this is a new variety that the string is no longer there. So it makes it much easier to cook. And without that string, the beans cook also much faster and to create much tender texture. Okay, after the Brussels sprout, I'm going to add some red cabbage. Now here I want to demonstrate that flexibility of template-based cooking, of how you're able to make adjustment to the different ingredients. And by adjusting the ratio of the different ingredients that you put into a dish, it gives you almost like a new lease to the dish. It will create a new presentation and appearance, but more importantly, it also adjusts the flavor. So now I have put everything in the wok, and you can see I add those food ingredients in some sort of an order. And the reason for that order is that I call it sequential stir frying, because some ingredients might take a little bit longer to cook to create the doneness that you want. Whereas the mushroom, as well as the purple cabbage, I do not want them cooked too much, so I add them to the later stage of the cooking process. Now I am stir frying everything together. Now you notice that frying the salmon in advance is really important. What it does is that it basically seals in the flesh of the salmon. So you notice that when I stir fry, it do not fall apart. Now most people do not stir fry salmon because the way how they do it, they end up breaking up the salmon, which is not very nice. This would make the salmon taste much better. Now how long you want to stir fry this? Probably depend on how much you want the vegetable to be cooked and how much you want the salmon to be cooked. I like the salmon to be moist and tender inside. So in this case, I definitely do not want to overcook them. Okay, now it's almost ready. I'm going to start out first add just a touch of oyster sauce, and this is followed by a touch of hoisin sauce. Now these two sauces I use a lot in combination, and partly out of convenience, because they gave me the flavor that I want. In fact, if you go to most Chinese restaurants, the flavor you have is a combination of these two sauces. Now by varying the ratio between the two, you can further adjust the flavor of the dish. For example, if you want it to be a little bit sweeter, then you add a little bit more hoisin sauce. And you can take a look at this video on how to use hoisin sauce in stir frying. Now this dish actually is quite a complex dish. It has quite a few different food ingredients. In addition to salmon, of course, it has green beans, Brussels sprouts, and purple cabbage, and followed by some mushroom. This is what makes a dish taste great. It's because the variation of different ingredients. In this dish, not only you have different flavor provided by different vegetables as well as the salmon, but it also have different texture. The texture is equally important to a dish as it is to the taste. So this dish provides you with a wealth of culinary experience that would not be possible if you have only just one or two ingredients. Now, we are not done yet because we can add more other ingredients to it, and in this case, I add some fresh bell pepper. These are sweet bell pepper. They are miniature sweet bell pepper, and I do not want to cook them because this will give them a nice fresh flavor to the dish. And this is followed by the addition something that I really enjoy is cashew nut. These are roasted cashew nut that has not been salted. You don't want, up to you. I don't like this cashew nut to be salted for my purpose. Okay, now the dish is done. Now you notice that one thing about this dish is that it is very colorful. And the color is intentional because I truly believe that what looks good tastes good. And so in this case, I add different type of ingredients. I design specifically have those ingredients in my advanced prepping to create the color that I am looking for. If you are new to my YouTube channel, you probably noticed that I'm not really here to show you how to cook a particular dish. I do not give you a recipe. And for some people, that is somewhat disturbing because they expected to come to a cooking video is to cook a specific dish. But this is not my intention. My intention is to provide you with the flexibility that to cook any type of dishes that you want using template-based cooking. So you can consider this as a template simply because you can make substitutions of other ingredients that I have used to meet your personal taste preference as well as meet your dietary requirement. And to me, this is far more important because ultimately you will only keep cooking if you're able to cook the dish with flexibility, intuition, and spontaneity. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.